Jeremy Clarkson, 62, was left less than impressed by the argument put forward by the barrister hired by villagers who are based near his farm in the Cotswolds. The Top Gear star-turned-farmer complained that the butter he sells in the Diddley Squat Farm shop was being singled out in his planning permission appeal last week. Jeremy is hoping the appeal will result in him being allowed to expand the size of his car park and include other features to his farm shop near Chipping Norton, Oxfordshire. Sharing an insight into how the planning permission hearing with West Oxfordshire District Council went, Jeremy vented his frustrations in his latest column. He told The Sun, "The whole thing went to appeal and a barrister hired by people in the nearby village, yes, if you've seen Clarkson's farm, that barrister, decided to single out the butter we sell as an example of why the shop shouldn't have a car park. I couldn't understand his reasoning either, and then it got even more complicated. He said that because it says Diddley Squat on the label we are charging £5 for it, and that, as a result, it's just a souvenir." A souvenir? Really? Who goes to Rome and brings some butter home as a memento? Or New York? I could have come back with a model of the Statue of Liberty, but instead I've got this pack of Kerrygold, Jeremy swiped. Jeremy went on to point out the even more shaky element of the argument, revealing the butter isn't branded with Diddley Squat. He also clarified that the farm produce is actually cheaper than a tub of Lurpak from a supermarket is currently priced at. It comes after Jeremy was ordered to close the doors of his controversial restaurant on the farm by the council. The future of the eatery will be decided in the next few weeks. Diddley Squat has become even more popular since the release of the second series of hit Amazon Prime Video docu-series Clarkson's Farm. Don't miss. The Wire and John Wick star Lance Reddick has died at home. Latest, Amy Nuttall demands divorce from Andrew Buchan as co-star fling ends. Comment, Hugh Grant defended by Drew Barrymore over grumpy Ashley Graham chat. Opinion, the show follows Jeremy as he gets to grips with owning a 1,000-acre farm in the Cotswolds. Jeremy opened his restaurant in the summer of 2022 in an abandoned barn on his land after he found a delightful little loophole. But it wasn't long before the council argued it had to be shut, claiming its nature, scale, and siting is unsustainable and incompatible with its countryside location within the Cotswold area of outstanding natural beauty. Releasing a statement on Season 2 of Clarkson's Farm in February 2023, West Oxfordshire District Council said, "We understand the planning process shown in Season 2 of Clarkson's Farm can seem obstructive and people will be confused by the planning decisions at Diddley Squat Farm. As with any other planning authority, we have a legal responsibility to make sure that planning laws and policies are followed correctly by everyone to manage development and protect local communities and the environment. This is regardless of who they are, and we treat Diddley Squat Farm no differently. Behind the scenes we have worked with the owners and planning agents of Diddley Squat Farm over the past 2 years to try to reach a positive outcome where the business can operate within the planning laws and policies." Diddley Squat Farm operated for a large part of 2021 and 2022 outside the planning permissions granted, as seen in Clarkson's Farm. The council gave advice to try to solve the issues in a constructive way, but unfortunately, this advice was not followed. "We were left with no alternative but to enforce the breaches in planning law in the same way we believe residents would want us to deal with any unlawful development. We only ever take such action as a last resort,"